you see anything that means it's true that the Ramblas is the best street in the world? Can you see anything here that is out of this world? That is from another planet? That's amazing, fantastic, incredible, wow? Or is it just another street overrun with tourists who don't know where they are and they probably don't know why they came here? Okay? But of course, you can appreciate that when it puts in the guidebook, Las Ramblas, the best street in the world, it brings in the people who don't know any better by the million. Okay? And they arrive here and they think, wow, so many people walking up and down all day long is really like being in paradise. It's heaven on earth. Okay? And they don't realise that 95% of the people here are tourists. The other 5% are the immigrants who work in the tourist industry. Okay? And I am speaking in English, which is an imperialistic language, and I'm not speaking in the Catalan language because the Catalan language is not fucking good anymore in Catalonia. Okay? Because tourists don't fucking well want to know anything about Catalan. All they want is burgers, McDonald's, and sex in doorways. Okay? Alright? So, as you can see, it's billed as the best street in the world, but for the people of Barcelona, the Ramblas is the longest shithole in the city. Okay? Could we go this way, please, because I can't stand the stink. Okay? If you can cast your minds back, if you have a memory, less than 20 years ago, September in Barcelona, no tourists, only a vibrant people of Barcelona. And the Ramblas then was fantastic. But now it's just private property of the tourist industry who only want your money as quickly as possible, and then can you fuck off because there's another 20 million people arriving from the airport. Okay? Do be prepared to fight your way through. Okay? And if I can put it in something very visual, here we have a work of art and everybody just walks all over it. Quality of life. Let's walk and tread all over art. Okay, let's leave the Ramblas because it stinks. Okay, come a bit nearer, okay? Now then, I don't know what part of the world you come from, but when that line is red, we don't walk. Okay, when it's green, we walk. Now, if you're thirsty, take a drink of water, but I wouldn't if I were you. Right. Okay, here we have the branch of an organisation that has been fucking the planet for a few years, it's a bank, and here we have a branch of another organisation that has been doing the same thing, okay? Another bank. Okay. Now then, as we enter what we call Giriland, rules of circulation, okay? We go on the right, and it's not possible to hit other tourists, but you can hit local people because they get in the way, okay? You, sir, you're on the wrong side of the street, you go on the right. Now then, as we go along this street, I would like you to appreciate the very few local businesses that still are the same as they were 20 years ago, because this time next year there will only be souvenir shops in this street. Okay? The whole point of tourism is to make every street exactly the same as every other street, and when you go to Rome, it is exactly the same as here and London and Paris and Paradise. Okay? we have to completely eliminate the local identity and only have the global identity of McDonald's and EasyJet. So this business has no future, that business has no future. We have here another global business, restaurant, cafe, souvenir shop. Okay, look, wow. All will be destroyed to create the global culture of people who have no soul and who have no love of life and don't want to go anywhere that is different. Tourists go to the same place because they are terrified of going to somewhere that is really, truly different. Different language, different food, different clothes, different customs, different. They want everything to be just like back home, but no, not cold, not wet, and not windy. Okay, let us proceed. Okay. Now then, as we go to see the old buildings, I am not going to tell you anything about the history of these buildings because it's all on the internet. Why come to Barcelona to hear what you can read in your toilet free? Okay? Now then, I'm going to show you one of the best places in Barcelona. It's just here. There are very few, and every week there are fewer, okay? We just come up here. Just come up here. Now, just relax. Look, there's nobody here. Wow, paradise, it's empty. No shops, no bars, no souvenir shops, no hordes of tourists rushing to get by, no bloody guides with stupid talks about whatever. And actually, here, you don't have to go, wow, oh, imagine impressive selfie. Wow. Here, you can exist as the human being that you are. But unfortunately, there are fewer really good places left in the centre of Barcelona because I'm sorry to say it, especially to the Catalan people, but the centre of Barcelona és un altre cop una ciutat ocupada per forces estrangeres. Okay? And the question is, please leave all your money and go. Okay, let's go. Public toilet. Okay? Okay. Okay, we go this way. Okay, let's enter into this wonderful square. You can also appreciate that the original businesses that were here are quickly disappearing and we're just getting global outlets. But what I want to tell you about is about the human and social destruction of the square of the Pine to satisfy the greed of the moguls of the tourist industry. I want to tell you about a forbidden game that the children and teenagers who lived here used to play, taking advantage of these useless posts which were put to stop cars from parking, which are no longer necessary because this is a pedestrian area, so very few cars actually go by. But they are still there. So the local people, and we're going back to the time when there wasn't internet and PlayStation and all these other politically correct addictions, they would come out here and they would play with these posts. And the game was to stand on one of these posts and jump on to the next one. And then the next one. And then the next one. It was a very inexpensive game. You didn't need any money, you didn't need to go to Decathlon, which didn't exist, to buy all the specialist equipment, so you could actually jump there without there being any risk whatsoever. I mean, today, there is absolutely no joy, no sense of achievement if you get to the top of Mount Everest, because you bought it all in Decathlon. Cheating, okay? So the children, the teenagers would come here and start, whatever, and they would just jump and jump and jump and weren't competing, they were not competing, they were just